play-by-play sports broadcast Dallas edition. I'm Devan along with my co-hosts Preston and Connor. A lot has happened in the Dallas sports world since last summer, so we'll try to catch you up on this great year of sports for some and not so great for others.
Let's start with the not-so-great Dallas Mavericks, and Luka Doncic had high hopes heading into the season. They were coming off a top 4 finish in the West and even made it all the way to the Western Conference Finals before falling to the eventual champion Golden State Warriors. Many people were even picking Luka to grab his first MVP award before the season began. They started out the year pretty well, going 22-16 heading into 2023. However, Doncic and company got off to a slow start in the new year and decided they needed a change to spark them in the second half of the season. The Mavs did just that in trading for 8-time All-Star and former NBA champion Kyrie Irving.
This trade unfortunately did not have the desired effect. In fact, it may have done the opposite. The Mavericks fell completely out of the playoffs, going 2-9 in their final 11 games and finishing the year 38-44. Even with Luka's heroics, averaging over 32 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists for the season, the team has a lot to figure out heading into next season.
We now talk about the stars that shine brightest in Dallas sports, and that of course is the Dallas Stars hockey team. They were incredibly consistent all year long, being one of the best in the West throughout the whole NHL season. The Stars would finish only 1 point behind the reigning Stanley Cup champion Avalanche for the first in the Central Division. They were led by superstar Jason Robertson, who led the team in both goals and assists, picking up the first 100-point season in team history along the way.
The Stars looked primed to make a run to the Stanley Cup, defeating the Minnesota Wild in Round 1 and the Seattle Kraken in Round 2. Unfortunately, in the Western Conference Finals, they quickly found themselves down 3-0 to the top-seeded Vegas Golden Knights. They fought back heroically, taking both Games 4 and 5 to make it a series, but in Game 6, it was all Knights, winning the clinching Game 6 by a score of 6-0. The future on the ice is bright as ever for the Stars. We'll see what next season brings.
Finally, we have the two teams that play out in Arlington. Though last season was a bust for the Rangers, they have started off hot. They currently lead their division ahead of in-state rival and defending World Series champion Houston Astros. Jacob deGrom's injury is a big blow, but the Rangers are still in the driver's seat early in the season.
Across the parking lot, it was another season of ups and downs for the Cowboys. It all started with a Week 1 injury to quarterback Dak Prescott. Backup quarterback Cooper Rush was able to step in and do a decent job leading the Cowboys to a 4-1 record as the starter. When Dak returned to the field, he led the league in interceptions, but the Cowboys would still finish up the season 12-5, which was good enough for a wild card spot.
In the first round, they were able to avenge the Week 1 loss against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers in what happened to be Brady's final game. In Round 2, the Cowboys faced off with the San Francisco 49ers, who had the number 1 defense in the league. The offense could not find its stride, and Dallas would fall to the Niners 19-12. This loss meant the streak of not reaching an NFC title game since 1995 will continue. The Cowboys have just as many questions as answers heading into this upcoming season, and we'll see if they can finally break that long streak.
Well, that's all we have today. For my co-host Preston and Connor, I'm Devan. This has been the Play-by-Play Sports Broadcast Dallas edition. Thanks for watching.